Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. I hope you all are doing well. This is exactly where we left off the last time. And we can put a little bit of silage in here, but not that much because it is full. It is full of silage. The only thing I just have to make sure is that it is running as it should. We got silage here and it is producing some digestate because that is really important for today's episode. As you can see, my money has going up so much. I took some contracts, so I had 400,000 on the bank account, but then I also took a loan. But Mike, why will you take a loan? I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you that. I think we can drive into the shop, but I'm not sure. If not, then we have to turn around, right? It could be quite neat if we could drive into the shop from this. Okay, we cannot do that. Okay. That's the way it is. There is some used equipment I'm gonna buy today. I really want to buy that, and it is something I have talked about a lot of times. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Can I make this turn at all? Yeah, no problem at all. Can you see that? Without hitting the fence. That is really nice. And then we also gonna buy ourselves a new field, and we're gonna lease a big equipment, and we just gonna do so many things. And that will be nice. We're gonna make a humongous harvest today. So I cannot remember if I got a point for this. No, I don't. Okay. I do not got a farm point. So we're gonna make this to field 11. Basically, what are you doing? It's not that's the wrong way to drive to field 11. I can assure you that. No problem today. I just want to have a good time. Thank you so much. Bye with you. Amazing stuff. I'm gonna run over to the shop because right here we're gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna show you the one thing there is in used equipment, and then we're gonna buy some things to that. Yeah. I cannot say it in any other way. I think we're gonna stand right here. Will you look at this? 170,523. Guys, from new, this is a 405,000 machinery. That is pretty darn insane. I'm gonna pay 15,000 to install the GPS. It is a mod I have. Look at that. I am so blown away over this. We got a lot of digestate, but this can also be used as a tractor because we got 3-point in the front and the back. So I'm also going to lease myself a planter today because we have to plant corn. But we also need to harvest some other stuff. Okay, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy some stuff to put on it. And then I'm gonna lease myself a machinery, and I'm gonna buy myself a field, and I will see you when I have done all that. And that's how you're gonna use 1 million. Yes, I have to take a loan on 200,000 more, so I got a complete loan on 650,000 right now. I got 41,000 left, and I had 400,000 before that. So what do we got? We got the saddle track, we got a 6-meter slurry spreader here, and we got the big tanker for the saddle track. Then I have leased myself the Colossus, And yes, it is totally realistic. 45,000 in the hopper, don't drive fast, 15 kilometers per hour, and a 4 meter working with sugar beet header. I just took this because I can have it in class colors. That is how we're gonna do that. I also need to lease myself a planter, because we need to plant corn today, and that will be with the horse planter. I think we're going to use the saddle track for that while we are harvesting sugar beets, because this will be a big job. But Mike, you don't have a sugar beet field, and why did you use 1 million on this? Because I've bought myself a field. I did bought myself a field over here, and it is a sugar beet field ready. That is really, really amazing. The only thing I didn't take in consider is that I want to have the possibility to cut the sugar beet, you know, and I need to find out of that, because we want to put the sugar beet in the production, in the BGA. This in here is my sugar beet field. No, and it says that it will give just around 1 million liters of sugar beet. Yeah, this field in here, it is the field we want to plant with sugar beets. Not sugar beets, Mike, but corn. And I really want to buy that field that is ready to harvest right there, but I do not got the money. Now we have used a lot of money. Now it is time to bring some money in again, that's for sure. I'm gonna set all this up before we're gonna put on some music behind this. I'm also gonna set the saddle track on work in there with the planter, and I'm gonna take you in again when I got a solution to cut the sugar beets. Okay, so I have done a lot of things here. I don't know if this will work, because I don't know if the pipe on this is too big for the trailer. Otherwise, we have to do some adjustment with another trailer and so on and so forth. The new saddle track is planting corn right now in the field. I'm just going to show you that with the mouse in this field right here. And I have also placed down a production so we can make sugar beet cut for the BGA. I think we're gonna give this a try to see how that will work. I'm very excited for that trailer. I must admit that. I must really admit that. And I think we need to have some adjustments here. You have to be 100% full, and we need to restrict. Yeah, I think that is it actually. I have done some adjustment to the courseplay. So right now, as you can see, we do have, I did took one more loan. I cannot remember if I told you that, but I think we own just around 800,000 now. That is pretty insane. But look at that. Look at that. There we got the saddle track. It is planting corn. That is amazing. This harvest here will take 2 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, that looks really good in there. Amazing. So if I got the time, this is the last day today we can plant corn. Then we could also plant corn in this field. I don't know if we got the time for that. I will get into you again when this is full. We're probably gonna have some problems with regards to the headlands. Normally I have that with those harvesters here, but let's see that. I'm most excited to see if we can unload in that big trailer. Blinky, blinky. We are full. We are full. And that pipe is very, very low. Ooh, Courseplay, come on. Now we just need for the carder. If I'm now gonna set this into the field and then start it up, will it then recognize it, or is the harvester too far out? That was the header. Yeah, now he recognized it. Okay. Okay. But as far as I can see, we should be more than lucky if that trailer can go under the pipe. I know I can adjust the pipe, but Courseplay cannot do that. But it looks good, right? It looks so good. But it doesn't matter. It looks good if it will work. Oh, did you see that? The pipe was adjusting. Oh, yeah. This is good news. Okay. Ha. I like it. And I like it a lot. That is amazing. And I've set it to this one to drive down to the new production I got at 80%, and it has reached that now. That is perfect. That harvester will continue. And then this one will drive down to the production. That is pretty darn good. Everything works as it should. I'm gonna see you down at the production. He will drive now. Right here we got the out point down at the class dealer. It looks really, really good. I still do love this map so much. And we're gonna drive down here, and I have placed the production beside the BGA, so we don't have to drive that far. I'm a little bit curious to see if we can make it back to the harvester before it's full again, so we don't got a bottleneck there, but I don't know. I called this production for a BGA production. I think it is by Cavalier Roy. And I have to make some adjustment to the ground down at the area because I was not placed enough to turn around with this big trailer here. But I think I managed to do that quite good anyway. There we go. There is the production. Amazing stuff. I have not tested the unload trigger yet. I know it's very tight in there, so I am very excited actually to see if this will work. This is the first load of sugar beets. It will open. The adjustment I have done, it is over here. That's difficult to show. Right here, I have removed there is a brick wall. Yes, it will unload. I have removed the brick wall, and then I have level out the area a little bit so it is possible to turn around with this big trailer. That works as it should. I have started the production, so we are now making cut sugar beets for the BGA. That is amazing. And if I need some more cash to to the loan, then I can always sell a lot of sugar beets as well. No problem at all. I think we are able to take the sugar beets out again. Otherwise, we have a workaround for that. So that is the new production for this, the Class Farm series. And that was the message. We got a full grain tank. Should we put another trailer on this? I don't know. Yeah, we could do that. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put on some music behind this, and I will see you when we are done.
Thinking and I close my eyes, everything is black and white. I can't tell if we're getting closer. Running up against the tide, I could go my whole life playing this thing just over and over. And won't you come and put it to rest now? You're good, you're good, with your good, you're good.
So almost done. The time is 2 in the afternoon. I had slowed down the time quite a bit because this has taken a long time in real life. So, and yeah, it took around 4 hours until now, and that was because around in 25 minutes this harvester was stuck in the tree. I didn't saw that because I saw a episode from Camlands with Retoffel. So yeah, that's the way it is. I've started the plowing job. I have also stopped it again so it didn't plow up the sugar beets. Just to give you some numbers, we got almost a full 1,000,000 liters of sugar beets up at the new production. So that is full basically, and we also got just around 5,000 liters of cut sugar beets. So I hope that we can have the rest in our trailers so we also can deliver this back when we are done. We are almost done. So yeah, that's the numbers. The other field we did seed or planted with corn. It is planted, it is rolled, it is good to go, fertilized 100%. So that is also the reason that I want to plow up this field, because I want to plant corn here today as well before we're gonna deliver back the planter. And I think we got this row here and one more. We got 60% in the hopper. We got 2 empty trailers. That is just around 77,000 liters together. And this is a 45,000. So I think actually we can manage to do things in the right way. At least that is what I hope. So yeah, 1,000,000 liters. I'm gonna show you the numbers here. We got 1,000,000 liters now. That is pretty insane. 5,000 liters of cut sugar beet, but we do also got stones. And I didn't know this. This is basically, it says farm production, but it's also act like a BGA. So here I can have my methane and electric charge to sell as well. So that could be a thing. Yeah, maybe we're gonna do that. I don't know yet. But at least I'm gonna use it for cut sugar beets. And then I just could put them in that as well. And yeah, you know, make some digestate out of that. But I think actually I want to use the originally BGA for that. And we cannot have that much cut sugar beet in the map BGA, so I also looked into sell some cut sugar beet, and that is a, oh man, we need one more pass. That is almost 200 more per 1,000 liters we can get for cut sugar beets that those sugar beets here. So we could also, and I'm gonna also sell some of them because we're gonna get a lot of cut sugar beets here. There we go. I don't know how much digestate I should use for this field to fertilize it. So that is a little bit, is it too big? I don't know, guys. I think we're gonna try it, but that will be in the next episode because we really need to get this field seeded and rolled today as well. And at the same time, I also need to keep the episode down to 30 to 40 minutes, so we got a lot of stuff to do. There we go. When this is done, I'm gonna make a cut where I will plow the field, and I will also, there we go. I hope we can have the last now. I will plow the field and I will plant the field with corn, and then we can meet for a little cinematic where we're gonna roll the field with the new saddle track. Just because we got it, we have to see it in use, right? The saddle track has planted corn in the other field. It has also rolled that field. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do, just so we can see it in use. And next time we gonna, I don't think this field is fertilized at all, but I'm not sure. But we're gonna be in June next time, so we got the first growth stage of corn here, and then we can drive over that with the slurry spreader, digestate spreader. I know maybe that is not the way you're supposed to do things, but that is the way I need to do things on this field this time. Otherwise we're gonna miss the planting season for the corn, and I don't want to do that. One of the fields we're gonna chop into corn silage, and the other field I plant just to, you know, harvest the corn as it is. So when we got the next to the last growth stage, we can chop it into some chaff for silage, and when we got the last growth stage on the other field, we're gonna indeed harvest that corn. Okay, here we go. The field is plowed. The field is not seeded complete yet. The planter is driving over here, right there. The planter is driving. It is a 12 meter planter. I've just copied the course. I know this is a 12.3 meters, I think. But I think we can use the same course. Look at this beast here. It is really, really beautiful. Beautiful machinery. I am so glad that we bought this, even though it is used. So that is really awesome. There we go. This will take a while, but not that long time actually. I got 2 trailers down at the BGA. Now will they collide? That is a little bit risky we're doing here. No, that was perfect. We got 2 trailers down at the BGA. The little trailer, it is full. The big trailer, it is almost full. But the most important is that the harvester is empty, and I have delivered that back. So we just need to wait for the production to process all, not all, but some of the sugar beets, so we can empty the trailers. But we're not in a hurry with that because we don't need the trailers at the moment. So that is really good. I can show you the trailers over at the BGA. Yeah, I just went into flight mode. That was the most easy thing. They are right there. I tried to empty them in this bunker silo just to pick them up with my shovel later on, but I could not do that. But so yeah, I just set the trailers right there. That was the best thing to do, I think. And tomorrow we should be able to empty those trailers in the BGA or in the production. And then we can try to put some cut sugar beets up at the BGA. This is nice, guys. We're gonna plant corn here. I was not sure if I could make it. You know, this has taken a long time in real life to do, so... But we are here, we are planting corn, and we are rolling the corn. That is amazing. I don't know still if the field is... It must be 50% fertilized, right? Let's check that here, over here. There we go. Oh. Oh! 100% fertilized. Oh, I just have to sneeze. Sorry. Okay, the field is fertilized. Okay. That is nice. I had to redo the course here because I have taken 2 headlands with the planter up there, and it was not. It didn't have space enough to turn around at the end, so I did redo that, and now we have 4 headlands and also 4 headlands with this roller here. Just like that. That is amazing. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow our canola is ready to harvest. We can also very soon cut our grass again, but I don't need to do that. It is just nice to have 2 grass fields ready to cut when we're gonna need it. The soybean still have, I think it is 4 months before it is ready. So yeah, there we go. I will take those corners here with the roller so everything is rolled when we are done. Of course I will do that. That is amazing. So maybe, I'm not sure yet, but maybe we're gonna also take the new production and make the cut sugar beet into, you know, methane and digestate and so on and so forth, because I really need a lot of digestate. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna use the BGA for silage, and then we're gonna use the production for... Yeah, you know, we're gonna do that. We're gonna say cut, sugar beet cut, we're gonna, or not distribute, because then it will go over. We're gonna keep them. Is that good enough for making slurry, manure, silage? Or we cannot use that for that? No, I don't think so. Okay. Just forget it. But I could have cut sugar beet in that and make all that stuff out of that. Okay. Apparently not. That's the way it is, right? We got 200,000 liters of silage up at the BGA, so that is good enough. And very soon we need to sell some milk again, and then we have more slurry and more manure to drive up to the BGA. Ah, that is good. Amazing stuff. Yeah, some things here are not seeded. That is okay, but everything that is seeded, I really need to roll every single bit in the corners, that's for sure. And where are we here? This blender is down there. Okay. That is amazing. What is the time? I think it's getting dark now. Yeah, it is almost 4 in the afternoon. We just need to roll this before midnight. That's for sure. It is fertilized, so that's good. So now we got the digested spreader, but we do not have anything to fertilize. But when the canola field is harvested, then we need to fertilize that, of course. Amazing stuff. I still do love this map. I can sit here and just watch on this because it's so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's zoom in a little bit. Can we do that? Look at that. Yeah, just so nice. Guys, I think I will leave you there, and then I will let this planter be done. I'm going to deliver back the planter when it's done because it is leased. And then I will let this guy roll the field. And next time you're going to see me, we are in June and we got the first grow stage here. I'm looking forward to see that also on the other cornfield. And then I think actually we can harvest that canola. That will be pretty darn awesome. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It means really a lot to me. Take care of yourself and be safe out there until I see you again in the next episode, or maybe, who knows, in the next live stream. Bye bye.